What's up? I'm Isaac.
I got hit in the face by a stripper.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
Yeah, I think I know from that Bargoyles podcast.
I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles?
What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Bargoyles. This is episode 135, which means, I know it doesn't make sense. We did 128 last episode, but it wasn't a good one, and we were going to shelve it and put it away. And then Kevin came skipping and was like, hey, man, are you going to put that episode out? I said, no, you said it was a bad episode. We both said it was a bad episode. Then he was like, I never said that. I never apologized for how shitty I was being on your show. So we put out the episode. Shout out, Kevin. I hope you liked that episode. I didn't. All right, let's go. Shout it out to my guy, Corporate Nick, way over there in the corner.
Hey, it's your boy, Corporate Nick. Yeah, I'm living that corporate life right now. It is hectic, and I miss you guys. We haven't been able to do shows as often
your schedule's
as we've
been
a little fucked. Yeah,
a little fucked. You want to introduce the
prevail. Guest? Yeah, and today we have a friend of the show, a friend of the comedy scene here in the DMV. I've run into this guy quite a few times at the Electric Palm. He was at my very first time getting on stage doing Riff Mic. Oh, yeah. So his presence means a little bit to me, more than he would ever know. We have the wonderful Glenn in the house.
Glenn Lawrence. Hey. What comics we do last names is comics I keep forgetting.
So you mean the most to me, but I'll just give you the first name.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm glad that I was able to be there for that. I feel like I've been at a lot of people's first mics. So shout out to you for doing it. Because everybody gets the bug, and then they kind of like sit around, they'll come to shows, and they'll be like, oh, I'm just here to support. But really, they have that inkling that they want to get on stage.
They're like, I could do this.
Yeah, right?
I'm way funnier than that.
I was thinking about this the other day, because comedy is like it's a thing where everybody can do the output of comedy, right? Like, because the output, after you do your comedy, people laugh. That's what happens when you do comedy. Everybody can laugh. Everybody knows how to laugh. Everybody's got to laugh. Everybody's made somebody laugh.
Yeah.
So everybody thinks they can do comedy because it's like, I can do the output. I've made people laugh. I did. But the song, people don't think that they could just go sing. Like, people know their limitations and be like, I can't sing the national anthem. You know, but comedy is a thing where it's like, I could do that.
That's easy.
But I'm glad that you went and did it, because, you know, everybody can't do this.
And they came back and did it again.
I did it. Yeah, I did it.
How did it go for you? I wonder how did it go for you?
The first one I was confident, went well. So I don't get stage fright. I'm not scared to be on the stage.
He was a retired rapper.
Yeah, so I was in the
retired rapper.
Yeah, I wouldn't say a child rapper, but I was like rapping through my teens and then to early adulthood. Okay. But I took it very serious. So I was like doing shows. I was going to showcases.
Some festivals too, yeah.
Yeah, say it again.
You did some festivals?
Yeah, did some festivals.
What size did your chain get to?
I
feel like that's how far you've been in the rap game. Like, your chain gets larger as you're in the rap. Like, you seen Busta Rhymes' chain?
Yeah, it got
incredibly large. It's like the size of a gorilla.
I've not seen it.
I was like a backpacker rapper, so it was like how small did my backpack get? You know what I mean?
There you go.
That's kind of how that is. Like, the smaller the backpack is, he's just got his Mead notebook in there and a pen.
He's really committed to the craft.
Yeah, I was one of those losers.
All right, well, that's dope. Oh man, so it's a good crossover, just that performance aspect.
Yeah,
I feel like that's the number one thing with comedy is just being confident.
Being able to get up there. And
get up there.
It's hard.
And if you tell things confidently, usually people are going to be like, that was funny. Even if it's a crazy story, you know what I mean? There's no real topic that people wouldn't laugh at.
Some comics do that. Well, they got no jokes, and they just go up and tell shitty stories that people like and they think are funny.
Yeah.
Hi, Isaac. Come check me out, Mr. Ignacio.
I feel like you have a couple jokes.
I've gotten better at putting jokes in there.
Now, you're very personable. You're like very funny when you're on stage in terms of like how much you ingratiate yourself to the audience.
I have fun with the audience, but I need to get better about like actually just jokes.
Yeah, for sure.
Just get better in general.
Or just get funny at all. You know, that's one way to do it. No, I mean, but you are funny. Like when I watch you up there, there's sometimes when people have it, and then sometimes people they.
It's fun. I just feel bad because the room I see you the most in outside of Palm is Crystal City Sports Pub. And
Oh, yeah.
that's just a place no one really does well. Like, that's just a sport. You're just like, oh, man.
It depends
The audience is tough.
You got to define what is well, you know.
At that room, yes. You got to adjust your
open
meter.
mic
Every
comedy.
time I've been there, and I've always been there to support you, there's some fucking not even a good heckler. It's like a bad heckler,
no, yeah.
like a boring heckler. Like,
Yeah.
oh, that wasn't fun. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that room I could see the mechanics of that room
Yeah.
are a little wild. It's a thin hallway.
Yeah, just
And
there.
it's just-
The seats are not even facing towards the stage. They're facing at the bar.
The
So I'm
bar,
like, Can I get
yeah.
another? Oh, is there something going on over there? Oh.
Wait, speaking of which way to face, which camera am I looking?
This is your camera.
I just look straight here, or should I look at
No,
you?
eye contact's good. Eye contact.
Okay,
yeah.
all right, cool. All right, because y'all have an amazing setup. If y'all don't know, this
So I
studio's on
specifically,
point.
the first like 15, 20 episodes, I'm very conscientious if a camera's looking at me. So I'm always like staring at the camera. And then I got like 4 comments in a row from like ladies who were watching the show, like, Isaac, can you stop staring right into the camera? Like, it's just like, hey guys, is everything cool? Oh, I miss you. And so like I put that mirror there because I'm very vain, so I'll stare at myself.
Yeah,
And then
keep
now we
that.
also have the guest
Wait,
there.
where's your mirror? Where's your mirror? Let me
Right
see.
there, turn around.
Oh, this is you?
Yep.
So
So I can look at
the big-
so I can look at myself and not the camera.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. You could try looking at the guests too. That also. Is,
Well, we didn't have guests there. We used to have the guests
oh,
here.
just the,
Yeah,
okay.
that was my seat for a while.
Nice. This is a nice setup. I like to make jokes or whatever, but y'all have a really nice setup. You're very inviting. You got me a nice little stout here that I'm drinking and enjoying.
It is the Glen Coco from Black Flag Brewing. I have no idea where this is.
I thought it was from Clueless.
Clueless. Hey, you go, Glen Coco. No, that wasn't Glen Coco. I thought that was that's Mean Girls.
That's Mean Girls.
Oh, is it me?
Yeah, that's
Oh,
Mean
you're
Girls.
right.
Yeah.
I forgot my white girl cinema.
Oh man, they will
You
call
don't
you
even go
out.
here.
Don't even fucking go here.
Yeah, but
No, appreciate this. Yeah, as someone who comes from production, I appreciate your opinion. Every now and then we get comics come on like, "Oh, nice setup," and I'm like, "You don't. What are you're just saying that to be nice. I don't really trust your opinion." Yeah, like if you gave an opinion, I was all right, cool. When Abe came in, and was like, "I love the setup," I was like,
yeah,
"Thanks,
yeah, dude.
man."
Yeah,
And
because
when-
he's a production maniac.
oh yeah, he's
Yeah.
so anal about this stuff. So. Yeah, Glenn fucking Lawrence, you were there for Nick's first time. Can you give your plugs actually, so the people at home can follow? you?
Level Up Comedy, Glenn Lawrence Comedy on Instagram is where I'm doing most of my stuff.
What's Level Up? What is it?
Level Up is a company that I started for comedy while I was doing comedy, and the idea behind it when we started, when we started was to put on shows and be able to like pair people who are starting out with people who have done it for a while, and everyone kind of
Like a Big Brother program?
yeah, kind of a
what's
little
up.
bit. That's where the idea we wanted people to like level up through the stages of comedy, and it's something I've always thought about in terms of comedy and where you begin and where you end up, and there are like stages to everything. So I thought that's a name that's apropos of what I was thinking comedy was, and I was hoping that it would go really well, but then the pandemic kind of
Ooh.
it really like we had good trajectory. We were doing a lot of shows with companies and branching out and partnerships and whatnot. And we were supposed to do like Awesome Con and all this other stuff. We had probably like a couple shows a week, and then the pandemic happened and it kind of shut everything down initially because you couldn't do anything and everybody was trying to figure it out. Well, in that period of like figuring everything out, I made another human. So then it became like now I had to stay indoors, to take care of that.
You were
take care
helping
of
a
that.
human being
Yeah,
level up.
I guess she was my wife got pregnant during the pandemic, and then that like it just changed priorities a little bit. So Level Up Comedy's there; it's still there. We still do shows with it. I'm still trying to work through it. I just need to. I guess balance everything. Like now I'm balancing the parenting with the comedy, and it's hard, man. The kid sees you go out every day, and he's just like, "Daddy, where are you going?"
Yeah.
And
Oh,
I'm
they're
like,
at the age where they're like remembering that you're leaving.
yeah,
them.
Yeah.
he's
Can I come? Like,
yeah,
can I
just,
come
that,
along?
he literally just asked me that, and then he's like, "Don't go do comedy," or
Oh no.
The worst is when he's
Oh,
mad and he tells me to go do comedy.
Oh, go to your room.
yeah.
What's today? Tuesday? Go to Palm, Dad. Go do your
exactly,
thing.
dude. When that hurts more, I think, than when he doesn't want me to leave. When he's like, "Go do the thing you love. That's what you really care about."
Yeah, you love more than me.
Yeah, go make other people laugh instead of me.
Yeah, go do the thing you really care about. go do your first love, which isn't me. That's tough.
That's
you know?
tough.
But it's cool when I'm practicing and everything. He wants to practice and he likes going to shows. It's like, that's my dad. So, so that's cool. But yeah, man, the company is great. I've produced a couple of comedy specials under that umbrella. So that was kind of cool, and want to do more.
And any other socials they can follow you at?
Just the Glenn Lawrence Comedy on Facebook and IG, and then Level Up Comedy as well. Those are the socials.
True.
Yeah, I wish there. Oh, and there's the Level Up Comedy website you can go to, levelupcomedy.com.
Oh shit.
So, so you go check that out.
All the regulars at home, go check it out. Drop a like.
Yeah.
Not a subscriber. Drop a like. Do a follow. Let them know the Bargoyles sent you.
subscribe.
You know, we're trying to improve what Dwayne calls the Bargoyles bump.
Do you get a bump?
No,
off the Bargoyles?
No, but like we would like that to be a thing.
It'd be nice to be a thing. Chris Kenworthy from Front Royal, he did the show, and then afterwards we went to Riff, and then we were late. We're always late because we wanted to do the show.
Yeah.
And he was, oh man, I just did the podcast. It's Riff mic, so Dwayne's got the mic. He's like, oh yeah, did you get that Bargoyles bump? Ooh, 10 new views on your profile. Good for you. And I was like,
I thought
that hurt a little bit. That hurt a little bit.
I thought the Bargoyles bump was a line of cocaine.
It is when Shevitz is here.
Yeah, when Shevitz is around.
Called him out.
Oh, shout out Shevitz. His wife was at my job for a birthday party the other day. That was really
nice.
cool. She was like, and the way she recognized me was really cool. She was like, wait, I know you from somewhere. Your comedy, Bargoyles. I was like, yeah. And she's like, come meet my friends. Like, this is the Bargoyle. I was like,
Nice.
all right, I love that. Yeah.
Do you guys find that a lot of people will watch your show, but there's not as much engagement in social media? Like, people will come up to you and be like, oh my goodness, I love your show. And you're like, I feel like
Literally,
there
like
should be more
in the
likes.
opening video, we have the guy where he's like, "Oh, I think I know you guys from that show, that podcast."
Yeah.
Like, yeah, Bargoyles a podcast. He goes, "Oh yeah." Like, we have a weird cult following. Like our only engagement are our trolls, and they're terrible human beings. Shout out DMV SM. Yo, go fuck yourself. You really fucked over my boy Sam. You know you're gonna get fucking rocked when you get seen. Also, that's one of our fans.
Wait, what? What happened? Explain this
It's
to
a
me.
whole. It was a guy who was commenting, who was a troll, who's just like, "Hey, did you fuck that bitch? Hey, that girl Shelly, did she spit on your like?" He would just diabolical fucking comments, and then we thought it was my friend Sam because we asked him, and I was like, "Yo, is it you commenting SM?" He's like, "Yo, yeah, I comment." Yeah, he was drunk. He didn't realize what we were asking.
Yeah.
And so we started calling this character, this DMV SM. We're like, "Oh shit, shout out Sam." And so he looked up Sam and then made his entire profile Sam. Yeah. So we gave him a face. And then this guy decided to start trolling like OnlyFans models and finding their kids on YouTube and then start commenting, "Hey, check out your mom's OnlyFans page."
Why would you do that?
Because he's a troll.
He's a troll.
He thinks
That's
it's
not a
hilarious.
troll.
Anonymous.
That's a terrible human being. Why would you do that?
Yeah.
Yeah. And so this girl then took the profile with Sam's picture, blasted on Facebook, and people were like, "Oh, I know Sam. He's a bartender. He's here in the area." 800 shares later, the entire fucking city of Woodbridge is blowing up, pulling up to his job, pulling up to his house, it's death threats, saying this guy's a unknown pedophile. When in actuality, the only thing this DMV SM commented was like, "Hey, check out your mom's OnlyFans account," which isn't pedophilia, but it is still fucked up.
Right. Yeah.
It's a different thing. But now our boy Sam is like, been talking to the cops, been talking to the FBI. I shouldn't say a lot of that stuff, but yeah. So
Why is all that on this episode? Why?
you asked about it. You asked
You
about it.
shouted him out for no reason.
Hey, but also Sam,
Why
I
did you
need
bring him
his
up?
sports bet plugs because he fucking hits.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, he's got some connections. I'll pay for it.
Oh yeah.
I need to know what the fuck
That
he's
is,
got going
that
on.
is so beautiful that you're just like, you know what? But his money's right. So
Well, he's
we
not
don't care.
Sam is not that guy.
and he's a good
Yeah.
guy.
okay,
Yeah,
so
he's
Sam-
Genuinely
yeah,
good guy.
he's a good guy.
The troll is a terrible human being.
Yeah.
And once we find out who it is, he's gonna get his shit run by me and a few other people. But that's our engagement. But we
What?
we have so many bars. Nick and I will go to a bar anywhere here in Woodbridge, and someone's like, "Ain't
Hey,
you
listen.
the guys from that
Yeah.
thing?" We're like,
Hey,
"Yes,
listen, I just
we're
want it to be known. So when people pull up this episode, I have nothing to do with any of the things that were just
Neither
talked
do
about.
we.
Neither do we.
Yeah,
Listen,
neither do we, man.
But listen, if someone gets run up on and beat up, I just want y'all to know I had nothing to do. I literally went home and put my kid to bed. I have nothing to do with any of anything.
Corporate Nick will say this: these are characters we're playing.
Right,
If,
these are
if
characters
whoever
playing on the show.
DVSM winds up having something happen, these are characters that we are playing on screen. This is not actuality.
All right. Yeah.
There you go. See?
And I'm a real person that is a real not involved person.
There you go.
man.
Perfect.
That is, I love that it was that was on there. I guess it's my fault for asking and being curious about what was going on. I probably should have just
No, man.
let it
Curiosity-
rock. But it's
curiosity's
but
cool.
it's good to know because if I get weird DMs, I could be like, cut it out, don't do that.
We've had some people who get some weird DMs, specifically just girls. When a girl will come to the show, they're like, "Oh, some weird guy hit me up he found my YouTube page," or they always try to be anonymous. So they're like, "Oh, I saw you on the show. You were really good. What days do you work when?" So like,
Oh, nice.
oh no. So
I don't think they're
it's
gonna
been
be
tough.
doing that to me,
Yeah,
even
do
though
you-
I am quite voluptuous.
Well,
I
we
don't
only
think
we
they're
only do
gonna-
plugs now with comics. When it's just like a bartender, we don't. We're like, yeah, if you want them to know where you work, we'll talk about it. But let's not. You have some restaurant experience, correct?
Yeah, I do. I used to bartend at Ruby Tuesdays in Sterling.
Sterling,
if
holy
you-
shit! No, I don't know.
Did I work at any other restaurant? I think that's the only restaurant that I work. But I've done like a ton of like retail stuff. I believe the Ruby Tuesdays though is the one that I had the most experience with because I started out as serving and then I moved to
Got promoted to the bar.
bartending. Yeah, but I only did it for a little bit because it was like a college thing.
Oh, okay, cool. Yeah, a lot of people we've run into that a lot. People just work in bars and restaurants to pay for college.
Yeah, to pay for college, get through
That's
the
nice.
struggle of the early 20s, and then you get degenerates like us who have like I've been like
Never got
this
out?
is like year 20 for me.
Yeah,
in the
never got
restaurant.
out.
Years
Yeah.
20 a restaurant.
Yeah.
Do you mind which restaurant is it? Do you mind?
Right now, I don't. Oh no, I don't mind right now.
Oh yeah, because the regulars at home don't know.
Yeah, I'm
where
at
you're anymore.
Succotash National Harbor, up in at the National Harbor in Oxon Hill, Maryland, up in that nice area.
Oh, nice.
I'm managing there.
Oxon Hill, is that Prince George?
That's PG County
Okay,
still.
gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay,
it's
make
still
sure.
PG
Right
County.
across the bridge, right?
Yeah, it's directly across the bridge. It's almost like it's like closer to get there than it is to get to the city. Like it's right off.
It is
It's the
kind of-
first
Yeah, you
exit
straight
on
Ready
Woodrow
5, yeah.
Wilson.
Yeah.
Right by the MGM.
Have you ever seen that bridge go up?
Okay.
I've seen a picture of it. One
So
time. I've never seen it.
I'm scared of a few things in this world. Bridges are one that I'm one of the most terrified by, and I always have. The other day leaving work, it's like 11:30 at night. It's all good. Like the regulars at home know I don't drive. I'm taking an Uber home, and all I see, we're going across the bridge. All I see is fucking flashing lights, and I hear ding, ding, ding.
You're having a fucking nightmare. in
And
the back of an
everyone's
Uber.
going 5 miles an hour on this fucking bridge, and I look up at the sign that says drawbridge is opening when flashing lights. And I'm like,
You're a
son
nightmare.
of a bitch, this is my worst
You're a nightmare.
fucking nightmare.
Yeah.
This bridge is opening right now. And the day before I looked up, when was the last time this bridge opened?
Yeah.
I'm like, son of a bitch.
How often does it open?
Not often.
Okay.
But more often than you would think, but not
Like
often.
Once a day.
I don't even think it's once a day.
Once a day?
No, I think it's like once every few weeks, like once every few months.
Because when Bezos comes
like
to town with his
like
yacht.
maintenance and stuff, some big ass fucking yacht comes through. But I was lucky enough to where it was just ending. Like I guess
okay,
it had
nice, yeah.
opened a little bit before we got on
Were
the bridge.
you were on the bridge and the lights were flashing.
They were flashing, but I'm sure that they flash for quite a bit after it recloses. So
Oh,
that's
okay.
what it would seem like. It was like it had already closed. Everyone had been going down, but now, like everyone's going like 5 miles an hour. I'm like, yo, what the fuck? Like,
we're gonna get caught on the bridge, and
Like,
an
I'm
oil
like-
tanker's gonna come hit it, like in Baltimore.
right? And if we're not too far, I honestly thought about this.
Getting
I'm
out of
like,
the car? Yeah.
I'm just get out and walk back.
Yeah, just go ahead, walk back to National
and
Harbor.
just wait. But when you're going southbound, the walking side is on northbound.
Oh yeah, because you have to face traffic when you're walking.
Yeah.
You've been thinking about this.
Yeah, it's
He's got a
fucking-
real phobia. He's got
I
a real
don't fuck
phobia.
with bridges, man. Like the whole like I was upset I didn't get to go to the Ocean City trip for the Bargoyles. But
Oh,
part of me
Bay
was
Area
like, I don't
Bridge.
fuck with that Bay Bridge.
That Bay
Oh,
Bridge.
that.
so I also don't give a fuck. No, I mean I had to work. I just started the job, so I was
Right.
like I can't. Like we have New Orleans in a couple months. I have a
Yeah,
cruise.
that's wild to be a rapper that's afraid of bridges. That's crazy.
Right, I'm like, I don't put no bridges in my fucking
They don't
songs,
fuck no,
dog.
don't fuck no bridges.
Just bars, just bars.
Disconnected when he met. He's like, dude, I'll do a 16, but don't give me
Do
a
a
chorus.
16,
I
but
can't.
don't talk about no bridges. Yeah, that'd be a way to shut it down if you're in a battle rap.
Well, my other phobia is way pussier than fucking bridges or fucking caterpillars, dude. I don't fuck.
Caterpillars?
I do not fuck with caterpillars, dog.
How do you feel about butterflies?
I don't mind. I know that they used to be a caterpillar. I don't mind.
So
They're
you'll
beautiful.
forgive 'em. You'll forgive
They're
'em for
beautiful.
being
Yeah, they
Yeah.
change.
Casting
Once they
things.
become beautiful, you're like, all right, I can.
Right,
You cool
yes.
now. I can rock with you now. What the fuck? That's so weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry. You know,
No, interesting phobias. Yeah, man.
Interesting. Yeah, very.
I mean,
phobia goils.
I feel like I'm
Phil
fearful
Goldman's, yeah.
of the bridge thing, but not to the point where it's a phobia. It's like
Yeah, I don't fuck with
it's a thing that I would worry about. I would definitely be afraid of, but I don't know if I have many phobias.
Bay Bridge gets me because when I ride my motorcycle, it was like the first time I did a long trip on my motorcycle. We were going to Ocean City, and I didn't realize when you go on grates, you don't have the traction you do, so you start swerving anyways because it doesn't grip the grates as well as it does the road. And that comboed with like 60-mile-an-hour winds from the bay.
Yeah.
I went almost a whole lane and almost hit the wall and flew into. I would have been.
Oh, really?
Yeah, that's over.
What kind of
Yeah.
car were you driving? Like a Geo Metro or what?
motorcycle. I was on my
Motorcycle.
motorcycle. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying. Yeah. So, so on the grates, when you're on a motorcycle and then you go over those metal grates,
Yeah.
you're
Don't you usually
immediately.
Don't you usually stop like if it's windy?
You're
You
supposed
know,
like
like-
if it's really really windy. Yeah, like last week I went out just to go up the street and I got blown 2 lanes over and I was like, oh, holy shit, no, I'm going home.
You went home?
Yeah, I just went
Yeah.
home, got my car. I
That's
was like, oh,
wild.
fuck that.
That's wild.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm not a I commend you for the motorcycle thing. I feel like that's badass.
It's fun. It saves on gas. When I work in Chantilly, I'm like, fucking.
Don't try to make it practical. You're a badass. You zip around,
So
popping wheelies.
I
and shit.
have a badass story, and I didn't want to tell it. I wanted to have someone else on here to sell because it
Oh,
sounds
you didn't want to save it for a better person?
No, it's just because like if a guy bragging about them being badass, it
Yeah.
never comes across as badass.
Yeah.
But if Carson was there, if like Ace or Aaron or any of the comics from last night tell the story, they're like, and I would just be.
Yeah. Oh, so you wanted somebody else to tell the story?
yeah, shit. You know, a hero never tells their story. You know what I'm saying? Other people tell.
Nah, tell that story, man. Go ahead.
Basically, Eddie got bum rushed while he was on stage last night.
Eddie Hoffman?
Eddie Hoffman, yeah.
Whoa, what?
Yeah, Eddie Hoffman, my guy. I fucking
Wait, he
love
got
Eddie
bum
Hoffman.
rushed on-
Yeah, he was doing jokes about like I guess he went to making fun of some girl that went to like Stonewall High School or something.
Beer Garden?
No, we went out to Warrington. We did Fats.
Oh, Fat Tuesdays.
Yeah, Kyler, you know that Kyler guy?
Fat Monday. No, I don't.
He sucks. But he runs a room out there like by himself, and we've been talking like we'll go do a takeover. We'll bring like 4 or 5 comics, and so we went and did that. He was making fun of some girl who went to Stonewall. This guy who was a heckler, I was gonna say it earlier. He was heckling like that wasn't funny. Oh, that's not funny. He was like, ah, fuck this guy. He finally got up and left. And as he was leaving, Eddie was like, man, I was just talking about Stonewall. Man, I was talking about your dad. You know, he was making an old joke because the guy was old. The guy turned around and said, what the fuck did you say about my dad? He's like, no, I'm making a joke about Stonewall Jackson. He goes, my father killed himself. You want to make fun of my father? And then started, so the stage has like, they usually have music there, so they had the rails. So the guy had to go, stage left to go do that. I saw him going up, and Eddie was like, oh, no, bro. I was like, oh, shit. And so I jumped the rail, and then I got in between him, and then I was like, no, back the fuck up, dog. And he stopped. I was like, no, you back the fuck, get the fuck out of here. Then Ace like took him out the door. Then I was with Eddie on stage, like, oh man, he had riff topic. I was like, cancer, man. Oh, wait, you ever talk about cancer? Eddie, come on, fucking just change the topic.
Yeah.
And then afterwards, the entire night was just about me, me being a hero because the railing was like pretty tall, and I was really fucking drunk. I don't remember.
Dude, most men wouldn't have made it over that railing. Hell,
It
would have stopped the altercation though if you would have just fell.
That would have been better.
Yeah, that would
would've
just.
been better.
Look, you know what? All right, you got
I
it.
was gonna beat you up, but I'm just gonna let you beat yourself up.
Right.
Do your thing. Do your thing.
That's funny because I'm just picturing Eddie Hoffman as like the one who's inciting a riot, and he does not have the demeanor of someone.
No, he was just like, no, I was making a joke about Stonewall. I was making Stonewall. It was just Stonewall.
Like, my dad killed himself.
My dad killed himself. Like, oh shit.
Do you think it's because you suck as a son?
Right.
This is the best way to.
Do you think it's because he lost the Civil War?
That would
Do you
have
think it's
crushed.
because
That would have
Do you
crushed.
think it's because they're tearing down his monuments?
Right. Would have fucking crushed.
Like, man.
That'd have been worth the punch to the face.
Oh my goodness, Eddie! Yeah. I'm just wondering, was he like cowering? Or
Hey, no, he was just like, yo, whoa, what are you doing? What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are
do
you
you
doing?
think he thinks of you as his white knight now?
Oh, he definitely sent me a really sweet text.
Did he
definitely sent me
really?
a really sweet text.
Oh
Yeah,
man, nah, dude, it's kind of weird. Have you ever been rushed on stage before?
yeah. No. I had a guy like stand up, and I was like, you ain't gonna do shit. Also, I'm not gonna do shit. So what are we doing,
What are
bro?
we doing? Yeah.
What are we doing? Like, come on, sit down.
interesting.
We'll do a
Yeah.
shot after this. Like,
I-
I'm good at diffusing situations.
I've had stuff happen around me while I was on. Like I've been around like on the mic when someone got knocked out, like really close to me.
Yeah.
And that's kind of weird because, the moment can devolve into like a bar brawl like after that. Because if it's like, if you're at a bar, like as you
once
somebody throws a punch, it feels like everybody wants to throw a punch.
It's addicting. It's like a yawn.
It's like a food fight in the cafeteria.
Exactly.
Oh, this is my chance.
He threw it. I might as well throw it. And then it's just like one person will punch another random person.
You really understand mob mentality when you see that go down. Or like a riot. You're just like,
I actually started a riot on accident.
Oh, what?
Like a couple times, but yeah, it happens, man. Just people just want to join in, all of a sudden. Like one time, this is back in college. I was we were drinking like moonshine, and I had like a girlfriend.
Hell yeah, we love moonshine.
I had a girlfriend who was very voluptuous, and I had been drinking moonshine. We were walking, we were leaving the party.
Somebody says,
and this guy was just standing there. And the moonshine started talking. I was like, "Hey, why are you staring at my girl's tits?" And then he was just like, "What?" And then
Glenn, I was looking at your tits.
And then I came, face to face with him, and you know what I mean. Like I was like, what's going? And then it was almost like my brain came back from being on taking a break. Yes. It came back. It's like, hey, what are you doing? Why are you starting this? Why are you starting this fight? And then I sobered up. I was like, oh man, I don't even know what I was. And then he's like, yeah, man. But in the meantime, when we did that and squared up, people surrounded us thinking the fight was going to happen. And then once we were diffusing, it's like they were like, well, the fight's got to happen. We're circling. So then everybody around us started fighting.
Oh,
and
nice.
then we were just standing there as the two people who initially started this thing, and we're looking at oh, this is kind of crazy. Like everybody's fighting around us now. How did this start?
Are we gonna? It's
and then we just
It's funny seeing that in hockey when the entire teams brawl out, and then you see the two dancer players who are really good, dribbling, which they fight. And there's they just grab each other we're not hitting. Okay, oh man, look at them! Holy shit! But they have to grab each other.
Yeah, we're the ones actually getting paid on this team.
Yes.
They can do that. Yeah.
When I found out that there are actual enforcers in hockey, that was a part of the thing. They're not good.
They might not even be good at all. Yeah, they might be really bad.
Fighting on skates.
Mm-hmm. That's it. And you're just like, you got $1 million contract? Oh, okay. Shit.
They started doing it in basketball with Draymond Green, right?
Draymond's been doing it,
yeah. At least he's good, at the sport. But yeah, no, I get what you're doing. They are out there just 6'7".
Remember, with the Pistons and Celtics back in the day, they used to have people that were.
Jordan rules. You hit the lane, just fucking hit him.
Rick Mahorn. Yeah.
Oh, Rick Mahorn. Yes.
Charles Oakley.
Oakley just beat people out.
Anthony
I ain't no role model. Hey.
Fucking nuts.
Oh man, that's an interesting bar dynamic where chaos ensues, breaks out just from some people.
I have back when I worked at nightclubs, they used to make us take crowd de-escalation technique classes, and I have 3 black belts, and so I haven't had to be in a fight in a long time, but I know that's in me. But I know the character you guys see of me on stage, just a little fun fruity boy, and so I don't love it, but it's what kills on stage. Fruity boy shit.
I could slap the shit out of him. Type of demeanor.
Yes, and so they all got to see a different side. They're like, oh my god. I was watching Eddie look at me like, oh, damn boy. I was like, now you're looking at me the way I've been wanting you to look at me, like I'm on stage. What the fuck?
That's hilarious.
It's funny because Nick was actually he pulled up a topic we were going to talk about crazy stuff. So Nick, what's the story you had?
So the one I was just searching on. We haven't done this in a while.
This is not a comment.
I was going to tell you to minimize the screen because it was on the screen at first.
Then I
was like, he's not going to look at that screen.
Wait,
no.
This guy that we're looking at, he's not the one who's commenting on the stuff and causing havoc, right?
No,
because those eyes look crazy. I want nothing to do with the story.
This guy is an entrepreneur.
Yeah, sure. This guy is a businessman.
What's going on here, Nick?
Yeah, so I found this guy on Unilad, and the headline is, "Man works as a villain for hire, where he's asked to harass girlfriends so men can be heroes."
That's dope.
That is super fucking dope.
That's great, man.
So what a great transition to the segment.
So it's this guy, Shazali Suleiman. He's from Malaysia. He utilizes his gangster looks. I don't know about that because he's wearing a stormtrooper shirt. All right.
I promise you, every woman though is going to be intimidated with.
Least weirded out.
Yes. Yeah.
Minimally weirded out by this dude.
this is clearly not in America because I feel like this would have been a one-time thing, and then he would have been
from Malaysia. Does it say where?
It's from Malaysia, and we pulled it up so fast, so we're kind of learning as we go with this here.
Yeah.
But 28 years old, puts himself on the internet, I assume, villain for hire. On Facebook.
Yeah.
Hit me up for a wonderful show on your girl. Are you guys tired because your girlfriends think you're soft and mistreat you indifferently?
Yeah.
I fucking love this guy,
This guy's
man.
great, yeah.
Okay. Haven't got this picture yet.
$34 on a weekend. That's not a bad price.
Not a bad price. And this is US. This is USD. So this has got to be local.
No. It's in RM 100. So that's whatever real. I don't know. RM stands for
it's
something.
in Thailand.
Yeah.
Right. It's
Okay,
like,
heard.
It's
yeah.
like the city thing, right?
Yeah.
So, like,
It means something.
It means something. Yeah. And
I
we're
know
gonna-
rupee. Isn't that rupee?
Yeah. Who knows?
Rupees?
Okay.
No, he said
Around.
rupee. not.
Renminbi. That's what it is.
So on
Remember? Okay.
weekdays,
Yeah, I think.
$22. Weekends, $34. This guy's a fucking
So
businessman, man.
does he do this for families too? Just if your kids aren't listening to you?
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah,
I'm sure that there's ways
so
to
much.
negotiate. Yes, I'm sure he'll
You a bitch,
negotiate.
Dad. And then this guy comes
exactly.
up,
Yeah, if kids are acted up or whatever, be like, I got to show my kids that I'm the man of the house. You know?
Yeah. That's a genius idea. I really like that.
That's so good to make money that way. No one gets hurt.
Read this one. Many also inquired or
All right,
queried. Sorry.
Many have also queried if Suleiman could land himself in Malaysian jail, as the law states those who are convicted of sexual harassment face 3 months behind bars, a hefty fine, or both, and could be forced to fork out compensation to the victim for any financial or emotional harm caused.
Read this last one. This is great.
However, Suleiman claims no one is harmed and compared his service to a performance, adding, "It's all just an act, like WWE. No one gets hurt. I'm the only loser."
Dude, loser for hire.
Loser for hire, but to make you
LFH.
look great. I love that. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that.
LFH.
It's like not all heroes wear capes, man. Like, and this is a perfect way to make a supple boyfriend who, that probably does not feel like his girlfriend
Could you imagine
respects that he could
the
save
initial-
her.
The sex
Wait,
afterwards.
could you
Oh
imagine
my
the
God.
initial meeting? He's just sitting there with his cigarette, like, so what do you need? What are you looking for?
Okay,
You
no
know?
touching. No touching.
He's like,
What did she make fun of you about? Oh, that you're short. Okay, well then I'm gonna.
like, for you, I can do. I'm doing the accent. I don't even know. If
I don't know the
that's
Malaysian
actually-
accent. Is that Malaysian?
I guess I don't
Okay.
know. They all blend together.
Okay,
It's like-
gotcha.
I
Yeah.
just pictured him smoking a cigarette, going over the particulars, like right there. He's
Yeah,
like,
he got the cigarette.
And the
You want
funny
me to-
thing
I'll
is,
meet
You want me to slap her? I'll slap. You want me to
the
slap
way
her?
he's got the cigarette in his mouth, he doesn't smoke cigarettes.
Yeah,
You
he
can
doesn't
tell
look
he
like he
doesn't
smokes,
even
yeah.
smoke cigarettes.
Tough guy look.
Yeah, he's
That's
just
a
like,
tough guy look.
yeah, this guy is 100% invited on the Bargoyles, and
Suleiman, hey, next time you're in America,
Yeah.
we're not gonna sign a visa for you. But if you happen
No.
to be in Woodbridge, Virginia, at the IKEA, we'll
just
fucking
hit us up on WhatsApp and we'll zoom you in. We just did a Zoom on someone else's pod. We'll figure it out for you.
I promise you, the sex afterwards.
Oh,
is, for $34, you can
Yes.
guarantee your lady's gonna put on the show.
Yes.
that's a good price. to
I
pay.
wonder if he all right, you can choke me out, but don't punch me in my face.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh, yeah.
you can push me down.
Well,
Like-
have you ever dated one like a girl or like a chick where she
Would start
What am I trying
fights
to say?
for you to finish.
no, but she escalates things.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
So like you're
Yes.
fighting, it's
Yes.
over, and she's like, "Nah, you gotta stab him."
Yes.
Oh no, I haven't done it.
Not that far.
Kill
but
him!
yeah, I
So
have
you're not gonna
dated,
kill him? You're not
yeah.
gonna
You're
murder
not
him?
gonna murder him for me.
Yeah,
He said
I
my
even
dress
really
looks
care.
weird. Like,
Yeah, I dated a hood booger who, one time, I defended her, and she was like, "I don't understand why you didn't just shoot him." I'm like, "What the fuck are you talking
Is that a
about?"
real statement?
Yes,
That's a
it
real
literally
thing.
happened. Yeah, this is when
That's wild.
I was going through some shit, and I was,
Was this while you were still rapping?
it was literally when I was still rapping.
Oh well, then I mean,
It was literally when I was still
Yeah,
rapping.
okay.
Well, what do you think?
I'm a conscious rapper. Of course, I'm not going to shoot him. I'm more common
she
than
didn't know what was in
anything.
the backpack. She didn't know what was in the backpack.
Yeah, she was like, "You wearing that backpack? You probably
Yeah,
a
I'm more
packer."
common than fucking 50 Cent,
You
man.
know
Like,
what? I'm gonna not blame that on her. I'm gonna blame that on you.
hey, man.
You were portraying a thing. and
Well,
she
yeah.
thought
I
you were
wasn't.
doing that thing.
Now,
I was saying I was common.
yeah, it's in your rapper days.
Nah,
and
if you
she's
spit
like,
bars, you're supposed to be able to shoot people.
I used to spit bars about riding the OmniLink.
You don't think? Look, Common. Look at all his roles. He always plays somebody who's got a gun. You know what I'm saying? He's a conscious rapper.
Yeah.
He'll shoot a motherfucker.
Yeah, that he did a couple movies where it was like some spy movies
Yeah,
or some
dude.
bullshit.
LL Cool J, he'll shoot somebody.
He said,
Basically,
"Mama said knock you out."
Name a rapper who doesn't talk about shooting, who won't shoot you.
Lil Dicky.
Oh, he said I feel like in some freestyles. I was gonna say Lil Nas, but that's my guy.
Yeah. I feel like Lil Nas X
GOAT.
definitely shoot you. He's gay and black, man. He definitely knows about
But
self
he
defense.
shoots like this.
Hit you with one of
Hey,
these.
them bullets still hit.
Bullets still hit.
Bullets still hit. That's crazy.
But that was fun. We got to talk about this guy. Shout out to him. We haven't done current events in a while.
Yeah.
Nice. I like this. I'm an Eagles fan, and they always get a bad rap for being terrible fans. But I think if
Bad
you've been
rap.
overseas,
No, they are terrible fans.
That's untrue. That is untrue. We're actually the Super Bowl champions, so watch your mouth and
Yes,
respect.
great team.
Look how well he's taking
Fans-
this. You're
fans
really
are great.
proving the point.
I'm
here.
just telling you right now.
Great team,
fans are
bad
great.
fans.
I'm just letting you know. Look at this. I'm talking very respectfully. I didn't throw a beer bottle.
I've never
I
had
didn't
I've never
destroy
had
the
people
set.
say "fuck you" more to my face than in Philly when I was wearing a Jalen Hurts Alabama jersey.
Oh.
But it wasn't the Jalen
It
Hurts
was for the
green
Commanders
jersey.
game?
No, they were playing San Francisco.
So you were red.
I
They only
I
see
wore the white.
colors.
I wore the white jersey.
white-
It's got a little crimson on it as well.
Yeah.
But
No,
fucking
you
people
were-
walking up, I was
you-
like, "Hurts." People behind me are like, "That's not our color. Fuck you." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh, fuck."
But I mean,
No,
you're
it's
wearing the
Hurts.
color of the opposing team. Like, even, like, why, you know what
I'm
you were
wearing
doing.
With your
player.
quarterback.
It was
I know,
your
but
quarterback.
you knew what you were
Come
doing.
on.
You knew what you
I
were
thought
doing.
I was being supportive.
Who's your team?
Tennessee Titans.
Oh, okay, so you don't have a dog in the fight.
Yeah, he's no dog.
No,
in the
no,
fight.
I went when we played in 2020.
That is so
2022.
funny. You're trying to support, and everyone's like, "Fuck you!"
Yeah,
It's
you
like, no,
guys
it's when he played
suck,
the game.
man.
I was in the urinal and 2 6'4" guys side by side and another one behind me.
Yeah.
They're like, "What the fuck?" And I was like, "Bro, you're behind me.
Was
Look,
this-
it says Hurts. It
Was
says Hurts."
This is before he won the Super Bowl, obviously.
Before he won the Super Bowl,
So
yes, yeah.
the city was kind of divided.
Well, I couldn't go to the game
after.
after he won the Super Bowl. You guys just won it.
I know, we just
Yeah.
won it, yeah. So say that again?
You guys just won it.
the Super
Yeah.
Bowl
Yeah,
champions.
you did.
Congratulations.
We
Okay.
weren't talking bad about the team.
I know, not at all. You weren't. You were.
No,
and
not
that's
the
why I
team, the
corrected you.
fans.
You're like, but we are the 12th man. So we are also part of the team.
That's the
Seahawks.
the other
Y'all ain't the
bird.
12th
That's
man.
other
That's
bird.
the
they
other
have the
bird.
13th man.
No, they got the 12th
This is
man.
12th man.
No, there's just 13 because it's
No.
Seahawk. It flies.
It's not.
He's used to talking to audiences who don't talk back, so he
Yeah.
can just say whatever he wants.
I know, just let it go. No, but
You on our show,
I'm not
motherfucker.
saying we're officially called the 12th man. What I'm saying is we see ourselves as an extension of the team.
Yes, because you guys have a name for your fan base. It's called the convicts and the criminals and the racists.
And then when I respond, it's like, oh, look how I was very nice. I told you I said respect the Super Bowl
Just-
champions. I saw this
I
coming.
respect the people who are play on the team.
Okay,
I do.
That's good.
I do.
Listen, I totally.
The people in the stands can suck a fat one.
But we do help. We do help with what we do. You know what I mean?
Well,
We play our part.
I did go to the stadium one time when they were playing the Titans, and
Yeah.
I was wearing my Titans gear. That was the other time I got the most F. But I was like, I get it. That time I got it. I didn't bring up that
But
time.
it was friendly, right? Well, it was like friendly FUs.
No, no. So the first quarter, it was really friendly, but by the time you guys went up 4 touchdowns, it was AJ Brown put up like 4 touchdowns on us. It was the revenge game. We fired our GM that game because he let AJ Brown go.
Yeah.
By halfway through the second quarter, people were just like, "Fuck you, man. Good for you to come out." I'm like, "Yeah, we suck. Don't be mad at me. We suck. We suck." Yeah. No, but when it was still quote unquote competitive, it was aggressive. It was,
Because we're still playing. We're still.
Yes.
Coach still has us in. He takes
Yes.
us out. If we get up by.
Gotcha. I didn't know Coach took you out personally. My
Yeah,
bad. Okay.
he gives a signal. It's like
Guys, hey, they're
it's like
safe.
Caesar because the ups are down. It's like throw the batteries.
It was so bad.
Christmas is canceled.
Shit, well, a friend of the show, Will, he's nice again now.
True.
He's
Okay.
been to the games and has had shit thrown at him where he's like, he's a Cowboys fan. Even him, he's like, what, 6'4"?
Yeah, like 6'4",
He
yeah.
fights, and he was there, I think, with Marcus, I believe. They wound up leaving.
Who's also like 6'4",
He was also
6'5".
6'4",
yeah.
and they left in the third quarter because it was still tight, and he's like, I don't want to be here in case, like, it's...
Yo, before we do, because you had another thing to do, right?
Yes, but
before we do it, I got it.
yes.
My son told me to bring this with me.
Heck
So
yeah.
I got to bring it. He made me a guitar. I don't know if you guys can see this, but this is the
No, they can- yeah, we can see it.
ingenuity of a 3-year-old. He's like,
Okay.
Daddy, I want to make you a guitar. So he made me a guitar. It's a box, and then the rubber bands are the strings. Now I tried to play it, right? And,
I thought you had to string it across. Okay, no, that's just...
No, that's what I thought. I was going to string it across. He said, "No, what are you doing? You're You're gonna mess it up. And so he made me.
He's like, I already tuned it. What are you
And
doing?
then when I left, he said, "Dad, no, make sure
You talk about it.
come back with all the strings. I know how many strings are on here. Don't come back without the strings."
This is the G string over here. Don't you mess that one up. You know.
But then when, it's just funny because when I got here, you were just like, "Oh, you want me to throw your trash away?" And I was like, "As a parent,
I was trying to clear the shot. It was in the shot. And I was like, I don't want to just look like we have a random box. But now that I know what it is.
yeah, exactly."
You know, yeah.
But it's just so funny. Like when you don't have kids, it's just like, "Oh, let me get this trash away." But as a parent, you're like, "Let me put this on my refrigerator. Let me cherish this moment."
I need to
But
get a strong ass magnet.
it's pretty interesting, the ingenuity of a 3-year-old.
No, I actually love that. When you told when you told me it was your kid made a guitar, I
felt so
like
bad.
I wanted to like I
felt
got
so
emotional.
bad.
Yeah, I got like emotional.
Damn it.
I'm like serious like, oh man, I really love that.
Yeah, right. It is kind of cool, right?
Like we need to clip like a piece of this and so your kid can see.
Oh, yeah.
Because he definitely shouldn't watch the whole episode.
Yeah, exactly.
I'll send this one to you personally, just this clip.
Just this clip of the guitar that my son made because he's a genius. And this, you know what would be crazy? If like years in the future, somehow this is the only thing that survived. And this is the instrument everyone's playing in like 2177.
That's
This
some
is the
juke joint.
That's
Some
some
futuristic
Yes.
juke joint.
Blind Denzel Washington walks in. What is that? Oh, shit, yeah.
It's like, you don't know nothing about playing the blues.
Exactly. You must have seen Sinners as well. Yes. You don't know nothing about playing the blues.
Absolutely. Did y'all see Sinners?
I haven't
Yes.
seen it yet.
You haven't seen it yet?
No.
Oh, go see it. It's
Say
great.
whatever you can spoil it. I'll still watch it.
I don't want to spoil it for anybody. It's
I
just-
saw I got to see it in a cool spot. I got to see it at the Air and Space Museum has an
nice.
IMAX
Oh, wow. That
there.
must have been
It's
Yeah, that's
the
like the
biggest
165
screen I've
footer.
ever seen.
Yeah.
It's apparently like one of the top 5 in the United
Yeah,
States.
and there, it's I've never had a greater experience seeing a movie. The movie was great. I liked the movie. I wouldn't say it's the best movie I've ever seen.
You were out there specifically, or you just happened to be like in that area? Like, oh, shit,
No,
I mean-
Tatiana, dude, she saw it like a couple days
Shout out
before,
Tati, yeah.
so she was like, "We're gonna go see it here." She was really into how the movie
horror?
was shot,
Oh, okay.
and so it was like and Ryan
sound
Coogler
score.
and
Yo, that dude's
Yeah, she
voice
wasn't there
is
for Michael
the-
B. Jordan at all.
No, but
she finds him hot, but I don't think she finds him as she finds like the white actors
but
hotter
the
than.
dude singer.
Yes, he was like a
Yo, his
backup
voice
singer.
was crazy.
Yeah, that was his first movie.
Yeah, when I was listening to it, I was just like, yo, that voice. Like, as soon as he actually started talking on screen, I was like, oh, that's unique. That's mad unique.
It was shot so well, and I think you would appreciate it coming from theater. And I really liked the movie. I'm not a spooky guy, but it was I really enjoyed how it was shot and the experience seeing it on that fucking huge fucking
I like
screen.
the story, too. I mean, you know,
Yeah, it was really good.
It's a vampire deal or whatever, but I think they approached it from a very unique viewpoint.
Yeah, I really loved it.
I really like what they did. Did you say to the end, to the credits? Like, to
Yeah,
the very
we
end?
watched everything.
Yeah, man.
Oh, there are
it's
end
just-
credits?
Yeah, there's
Okay.
like stay to the end, stay through it. It's I don't know. It's just when I left, I was just like, it was just like golf clap, like Bravo.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like I felt like it was a
Great job.
Bravo movie.
What's-
I wouldn't say it's the best movie I've ever seen, but it definitely was like a movie that I was like, that was expertly done.
I'll
You know?
ask you this: what's the last movie you guys have applauded for? Then, like in
Probably-
the theater? Yeah.
Probably this one. I mean, Endgame probably was like the
That's what I was gonna go with.
Yeah.
Probably Endgame was the last time I've had an experience at a movie
Yeah.
since this was an experience. But between then, it's like Endgame. Maybe Black Panther 2, but that was more emotional because Chadwick Boseman had just died, and one of the end scenes of it shows his son, and that's when it's like, oh, you're gonna make me cry at the very, very end. I've cried like 3 times already, and now it's like I thought I was done crying.
And
You know
then
what I
we got
mean?
More cries.
Yeah,
Warcraft. The Warcraft movie also was another one that
You got to applaud for that?
It
Okay.
was a little.
You're blurred,
If
right?
you go back and watch the Warcraft movie, it's like this is actually really well done. Like this is like this should
Nerds write good storylines. I'll give them that.
Should have
Yeah.
gotten especially
Just shitty
Blizzard.
vehicles, but like
This should have got a second thing. Blizzard does a good job with story. They're great animaniacs and all that good. Or like they're
mine movie wise, Godzilla -1. That one
That was
I was
great.
in theaters.
Yeah.
Is it because they were Asian?
I feel like there was a little bit of hard. I grew up in Japan, so like, oh yeah, it looked exactly like what those weirdos spoke down the street. But no, it was a beautiful love story. But I was also like going through a breakup, and it was like a love story, and I was just like,
Isn't that the greatest when you're like going through something emotionally, you watch a movie that's hitting the exact same thing you're going through?
Oh,
It's
yeah.
Like, I remember I was breaking up and I watched 500 Days of Summer.
I literally just I put on Facebook last night. I was like, first date idea: watch 500 Days of Summer and debate who the hero or who the
Oh, my
villain
goodness.
is.
Yeah.
Because depending on where you are in your life, you're like, Tom is an asshole, and all the times you're like, yo, Summer, she didn't have to, like, whatever. So
yeah, I have this theory though. This is from becoming a parent. Is I think like males, boys, they get their hearts broken way before girls ever do. Because like we get our hearts broken like very, very young.
That first girl you give a flower to.
Yeah, and then like you're just stoned from
yeah. When the rock turned heel. Oh,
yeah,
shit.
exactly. It's like exactly. All of this stuff breaks us so deeply. We're so emotional. And then we spend the rest of our
Fucking
life.
Green Ranger was bad. Fuck.
Optimus Prime died. Just all these different things, dude. Oh man. But I feel like that happens, and then it just turns us a little bit more. Stone, like hard.
Yeah, for sure.
And then, then women come along later and they're like, why won't you open up? It's like, because my heart was crushed.
And then Milo and Otis, the dog never made it home.
Atreyu, you couldn't get him out of the mud.
Oh, yeah, no bullshit. Fucking trying to get that horse
There's
out
so
the mud,
much
bro.
trauma, I feel like, in our movies or whatever. I have this joke that I do. It's just like, I feel like in my childhood, which I guess is probably around your guys' childhood as well, like, we had a lot of cartoons, and the cartoons we watched never got endings.
I do love this bit. It's a great bit.
They never got endings. They just magically went off the air or whatever.
They're just like, fuck it. These kids, they don't need closure.
They don't need closure.
Yeah,
they don't need closure. But then what we did when they did give us closure, it was like Optimus Prime died, or Never Ending Story with the horse. Like that's the closure that we got, was just everything sucks and then it dies.
Yeah,
and so now we're just all jaded and whatever.
Yeah, unable to love. Yeah,
but
I feel like that's really helped us, like, kind of figure out who's lying to you and who's kind of telling the truth.
Yeah.
You develop that at a really young age. And so with you, we're going to play this really fun game we did just for you. It's what do we call this? 2 truths and a bar lie, or a blackout lie, whatever. 2 truths
and a blackout lie. This is a working bit.
Working bit.
Working bit.
Bam, 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 bam.
Working bit.
Oh, you guys have sound effects? What?
Very underutilized, but we have them.
Sound effects at the end of the...
Yes.
There's so many moments where we could have...
could have used so many more.
It's so underutilized.
Yeah. I would need to put a soundboard on yours once you figure out the site. Do that, and put one here so the guests can also run the soundboard too.
Oh, really? So we can do our own sound effects.
That's that would be very unique.
If
we're
you get a little
working towards that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So this is 2 truths and a blackout lie, where we, using AI, Gabe hated that we used AI. Using AI, what we did was we had AI come up with 2 truths and a lie based on the drinks that you like: Scotch, IPAs, and stouts. So pull it up.
Interesting.
Don't worry there. So out of the scotches, I'm going to read 1, 2, 3. We'll just go back and forth, me and you, Nick. And then you got to figure out which one's the truth and which one's a lie. Or there's 2 truths and 1 lie. Okay, Glenn? I know you're trying to read it right now.
Oh, am I not supposed to do that?
No, you can. It's fine. Okay. We were going to read it so the guests at home, the regulars.
Because sometimes you have slow people that don't
we had Carson read, and it was bad.
Popcorn reading.
Man, it was bad. Carson cannot read. All right, so here are 2 truths and a bar lie for Scotch.
I'm glad he's not here.
Fact number 1. Cajun want to be here with you. Fact number 1, or not fact 1, statement number 1. All Scotch whiskies are exclusively in the Highlands of Scotland. Nick, number 2.
Scotch must be aged in oak barrels for at least 3 years to legally be called Scotch.
And statement number 3. Peat is often used in Scotch production to give it a smoky flavor. Glenn, which one of these is a lie?
I believe the lie, because I don't think it needs to be in the Highlands of Scotland. I think it can just be in Scotland. But Pete, I'll go with number. I'll go with number 1 is the untruth.
Number 1 is the truth. Or a lie?
Yeah, so I got it right.
Yes, you know.
Oh,
yes,
okay.
Yeah, it's also from like the Isles, Islay.
Yeah, okay.
They
I thought so.
As long as it's from Scotland, it doesn't have to be from the Highlands.
I know what I do.
Highland is some of the best. And people are like, from the Highland. Okay, gotcha.
But it doesn't have to be all. That's the.
Yes.
There we go. All right, boom. One for one.
1 for 1. Nick, let's go ahead and you 1. I'll do 2, 3. Go.
All right, we have IPAs. The term IPA stands for India Pale Ale.
Okay, statement number 2. All IPAs are bitter and have over 10% alcohol content.
IPAs were originally brewed with extra hops to survive long sea voyages to India.
The lie is number 2. The untruth is number 2.
That one was way too easy. The 10%.
10%, yeah.
If you said that maybe like 4 or 5 years ago, I think people would believe it. But now we have so many like low,
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
easy drinking ones. All right, and then let's go to the last one here, stouts. Okay, we made this way too easy, guys.
2 for 2.
Here we go, 2 for
Let's
2.
go.
These are two truths and a bar lie. The first stouts were originally called stout porters.
Guinness, one of the world's most famous stouts, is lower in calories than orange juice.
And statement number 3, stouts are always higher in alcohol than lagers.
That's so easy. It's number 3.
Number 3, yeah, it's always. There's never used the word always. Damn it, AI, man, we're AI.
dude.
We've been giving you a little leeway here. This two truths and a bar lie segment has been too obvious every single time. I tried to make it not do any. Last time when we did with Gabe, he was able to tell it was AI just based on like the adjectives. AI when it's not just citing fact for fact, it throws in adjectives that sound smart. So like a suave bartender came up with a smooth drink. And he was like, no, that's AI.
Yeah.
Like, it reads like AI. I was like, oh,
Interesting.
all right.
Oh, man.
Cool. Well, we learned nothing. I
What
actually,
were we supposed to learn?
well, the orange juice one that was actually pretty interesting. I learned that one.
Yeah.
So I didn't know it was lower calories than orange juice.
That's pretty interesting.
That's fucking
but-
crazy. Yeah. You know the difference between stouts and porters?
I don't.
No.
You have the information.
It's roasted barley.
That sounds like you made that up.
No, I just know one's roasted, the other one isn't. I just don't know which is which.
You just said it's roasted barley. That does not tell us.
One has to be roasted.
Gotcha.
The other one isn't roasted. I just don't know which it is.
I like it.
Yeah.
Good.
And then
I
do
like
that and
this.
just roasted barley, malted,
unmalted.
unmalted.
roasted.
malted barley. There
Well,
we
this
go.
is great. This is
You
I
learned.
learned a little bit here, learned a little bit there.
And what we want to learn is our last segment here, bar enemy, bar friend. Nick, what are we doing here?
We are going to vet our guest here with a few questions, interview style almost, to be able to decide whether he is a bar friend or a bar enemy.
All right, so you bartended a little bit in Sterling and
Ruby Tuesdays.
Ruby Tuesdays. What would you say was
Another day of the
Ruby
week.
Tuesdays' specialty cocktail that they pushed on the menu, and what was the drink you think you made the most of?
I probably did a lot of vodka sodas. That was probably
Sterling,
the thing.
yeah, okay.
Sterling.
Splash cranberry?
You-
That was a little
like
before that.
like a lime.
Yeah,
Nobody
okay.
did really splash cranberry.
Okay.
What was the thing? I think they did like this Captain Morgan's Rum Runner thing that they always made, which is like kind of some fruity rum based drink.
And what's like if a girl asks you or a guy asks you, make me something, just, did you have a go-to cocktail?
Is he asking with that cadence that you just did, or
Just, can you make me something? Like if somebody asks like, what's your specialty?
he asked me like that? I'll be like, can you make it yourself? but no, if my specialty drink, man, I don't really make a specialty.
Yo, you didn't have a go-to.
Sure.
Hey,
No, I didn't.
Wasn't a good bartender.
I mean, like a screwdriver, like a nice screwdriver. I'd make a great mimosa.
I hate you would say screw just vodka OJ, man.
Vodka OJ, yeah.
But I mean, like, every drink is pretty simple. You know what I mean? Like, unless you're making like a whiskey sour or something like that.
Which also is very simple.
Well, I mean,
You're mentioning two ingredient drinks, like, yo, my specialty.
I mean,
these two ingredients.
But like Long Island is just like you throw everything into a glass. You know what I'm saying? So that's not a hard drink to make.
It's way harder than vodka and orange juice.
I guess you have two more ingredients if you can't count past
Okay,
two.
enemy aspect.
I feel like, but I don't feel like that's an enemy statement. I just feel like.
No, it's.
But here's the other thing, though. There is a specific like taste that you want to have to every drink. So a lot of times when you're bartending or you go to a bar and order a drink, the bartender will just make it as strong as possible. And it's like, but there is a way to bake the drink so that the screwdriver, you taste the orange juice and you taste just a hint of the vodka, so it's like accents it, so it tastes.
You believe in the art? Okay,
I believe in the art of
Mixology.
doing it. Yeah.
Ooh,
So
yes.
you like if you just think, oh, I just throw orange juice and vodka together, then it's like, yeah, of course it seems easy, but if you get the ratio just right, where you mix the ice as well as the vodka as well as the orange juice, and when you put in each one so that it mixes properly, and how much you shake it, how much you stir it, so that it gives it just the right amount of froth on top, and then hand it to them, you can make an amazing screwdriver. So that, and the same thing when you're making like a Long Island or whatever. It's just like
A lot of exposition here.
the amount that you put into
Kind of sounds like, remember at Tails, that chick that was there
With the ice?
getting paid, literally getting paid to stir ice. Like, we keep the ice we always want to keep it below 0 at all times. So
When
we
you first
do
put in the
this.
ice, you have to do that and then pour out that. As you can see, we lost 7 degrees.
I would be a great bartender there.
Yeah.
I'd be like, who gave me this ice that's 5 degrees?
I literally was just trying to get out of her section because I was like,
because she wasn't giving out alcohol. She was just like,
Oh, really?
we were hitting
Stirring
every spot
ice?
for the free samples of alcohol.
Wait, Tails, is this a strip club?
Oh, Tales of a Cocktail, baby. Tales of a Cocktail in July. We're going there again. Back in New Orleans. It is a week-long international drinking conference celebrating the best bartenders, bars, hotel bars, lobby bars across the world, specifically the United States a lot, but you get bartenders from Dubai, you get them from Tokyo. All the best bars are all nominated, international categories, East, West, and Central. We are up. We submit ourselves for a nomination as best podcast. So as we do bartending here.
Oh,
and
you win.
last year we went as a media
media,
because of Nick and his fucking ingenuity there.
Oh, yeah. I want to go next time. Can I be a guest?
If you just happen to be in New Orleans, the
I
third
want to
week of
come
July,
as part of the
and then you can
Bargoyles
come do the
podcast.
show with us. Yeah.
I want to be part of the Bargoyles.
That's what we got to figure out. Who can come?
Yeah, because
I told
we do
James
need people
to
to come
yeah.
with us.
I told James to
But
come out.
I used to do like Comic-Cons as
Yeah.
press. I would go and interview people and everything. So
we want to do more man on the street stuff. We haven't done man on the street
I'm
content.
the king
at all.
of man
Yeah.
on the street. No, I'm not. I'm very good at man on the street content. Come on.
We can have some
conversations.
And I'll make a great
conversations.
screwdriver while we're there. So wait, what is your drink that you make so amazing?
My go-to is always the Paloma. I was really good Palomas.
What's a Paloma? How do you make it?
See, that was the whole thing. Like, what's a Paloma? Yeah. It's essentially the national cocktail of Mexico. Tequila, some sort of concho or triple sec, and instead of like sour mix, like you do in a just think margarita, but instead of sour mix, grapefruit juice. And then they'll sometimes use like a grapefruit soda as well. If not, they'll do grapefruit juice and
A lot
squirt.
of exposition here.
Oh yeah, because it's a good drink. I'm describing those are all different ingredients. Like,
That's what I was saying.
hey man, also the OJ's gotta be like not like less pulp, not like full pulp, less pulp. Yeah.
You said 2 more ingredients than I said.
Simply, you can only use
I gave OJ his
Fresh
proper.
squeezed lime juice, fresh squeezed lime juice, and then fucking salt rim or sugar rim.
No, the Paloma is very. What about a caipirinha? Have you ever made
A caipirinha?
Caipirinha.
Oh, we
That's
love the caipirinha.
that's one of my favorite drinks to make. I traveled to Brazil, and that was always pretty awesome. Although it's like 2 ingredients. It's like I think like cachaça and
Yeah, we have cachaça here.
yeah, it's like that and I think soda water and
Limes, a lot of limes.
sugar,
Yeah, sugar.
sugar cane, and then muddled
Oh yeah,
limes.
sugar cane. Yes,
Yeah.
you are right here.
The caipirinha man. This indispensable icon of Brazilian beach culture is known to start with fresh lime. Muddle and mash with more lime juice, sugar, ice. The magic ingredient, cachaça. That's basically the distilled liquor of the sugar cane. Shaken, not stirred, and you got yourself one of the world's truly great cocktails. A utility beverage good for any time of day or any social occasion.
Shout out Anthony Bourdain.
Yeah, that is an amazing drink. I drink a lot of those. It's a great drink. It's a good summery.
It's a good thing to order when you're with a Spanish girl too, because they just like what?
Well, it's Brazilian,
is
so
that?
they're
Yeah.
Portuguese, but I get what you're saying.
Is that not part of the Spanish culture?
Maybe
I don't know. I don't know.
It's
I don't want to be
that's a drink
insulting.
like,
yeah.
it's in Brazil.
Yeah. Oh
which is
well,
different
I've
than
been to
Spanish.
Brazil. I've been to Brazil. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's different.
Brazilians
I was
aren't Spanish.
I just had to
Oh,
point that out
Spanish.
because
Okay, yeah, true.
you guys were getting on me, so I had to get on you.
I get that. Enemy behavior. I get that. Keeping tally.
I got it.
Yeah,
You guys
yeah.
are coming at me.
Nick, what are you thinking? We got 3-4 more questions.
Yeah, we'll do a few more questions. So Glenn, what is your go-to food, your drunk food after a night of drinking?
Wings or burger.
Wings or burger? That's
Yeah.
good. Any specific place you like to go? Any specific flavor of wings? Any style of burger?
A good smash burger is delicious. Like a good, kind of cheesy.
So are you like a day drinker then? Because where are you getting these
You know
wings
what?
and burgers?
I haven't been drinking
Okay.
a lot.
Well, when
recently.
you were?
When I was living in Arlington, and I was reliving my 20s, I was a day drinker then, and then getting a smash Five Guys burgers. Five Guys was
Smash Burgers. Yeah, Five Guys is
the
so
grease
good.
just soaks up the alcohol.
Yeah.
Right away.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So that, and then I was doing a lot of I would do
I
some.
feel we're enough comedy clubs like
Vodka
Wings.
tonics.
Get some wings
Yeah.
to go. Yeah, I see you getting food to
Wings,
go. Yeah.
wings are my go-to. That's what I'm.
Pub got some
usually
good
gonna
wings
get.
when you tell them fry hard.
Yeah.
I don't say hard, but
Naked.
actually,
I always got to get my wings naked, you know, because sometimes they sauce them
too much. They get saucy when you take
Yeah,
them
give me
home.
my shit on the side.
Yeah, give me my shit on the side.
Yeah.
I'll dip it myself. You know what I mean?
I always
I like a
lemon
dry
pepper.
rub.
I'll do lemon pepper and then buffalo on the side, and when I get home,
Wait, are you
then
half
toss.
black? Lemon pepper?
Oh God, no! My credit score is pretty bad.
God, no. Did you hear that, Nick? He said, "Oh God, no."
I understand the oh God no. I'm not. I wouldn't fight that back.
Officer.
Yeah, wow.
No, I just don't
There's
want
a
to
lot
put
of
that out there.
downsides. A lot of
Being
downsides.
black
I
is
don't.
amazing.
I don't want to be that comic who's like, yeah, man, black people love me. You know,
Why did you do the voice? That is crazy.
because that's the voice of the comic who
That
does it when I
is
see him do
literally-
it.
yeah.
No comic. Like I'm not seeing Joe Uke like, yeah, black people like me. Like it's always like some shitty new guy like, man, the brothers out there love me, bro. I'm
The
like,
Quentin Tarantino.
okay. Oh God.
When he was code switching.
Hey, so brother.
Yeah, when we was with Samuel, my boy Samuel, we
I
was.
got that
I
motherfucking
feel like
contact
I'm behind
high.
enemy lines, having to defend all of blackness right now. And
I mean, you got a friend over there.
no, he just said he wasn't. He said absolutely not.
Oh, have you seen that Quentin Tarantino?
Code switching?
Yeah,
Have you seen
You
it?
seen it, right?
the movie. Or
No,
No.
just him. Like he was doing
Oh, when
press
he's
tour
talking
for
to
Django, and you see Jamie Foxx just getting so uncomfortable because he's. Please pull it up.
I'll
if
pull
you
it
can,
up.
yeah.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah,
Code
it's-
switch is the thing, though, man.
Yeah,
It
but he
happens.
was doing it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I'll show you.
he
what
was doing, but
But
he was
usually-
doing,
But he's white. Yeah.
yeah. Like
But-
some people you talk a little different. Like I get,
Yeah.
I do, I know, I know.
I do it,
for
but
a fact
like when I
do
went
it,
to Brazil, I was talking like I was Brazilian. But it's the worst when someone who's like Asian. You know what I mean? Like if I'm talking to like someone Chinese, because the accent's
You
like
start pulling-
oh,
you start
my
pulling
goodness.
up Chinese
I start
accent?
dropping my R's. And,
Oh yeah.
Ooh,
If
106
I
in
think-
Park. No, that's must be different because that's not what we're talking about.
to speak how he thinks black people
Tarantino
speak.
appearing to speak how he thinks black. Yeah.
No, I was looking at the first one. If he was on 106 in Park, that means he's done this before.
Yeah, no, they go back to, I think it's the one 106 in Park, because
Hey, honestly-
it was the press tour for Django, yeah.
Yeah, 106 in Park was done by then. Oh no, this is it. Wow.
This is
Quentin
it, yeah.
Tarantino and the cast
this was
of
the
Django
reboot of
Unchained appeared
106.
on 106 in Park to promote their film. Fans couldn't help but notice that Tarantino's
hope this isn't
accent
just
suddenly
a-
took on a tone that suggested that he in fact does season his meats.
Now, I'm not that computer savvy. So if he'd have sent me something that I plug into my computer, I don't know if I would have ever heard it. All right, hey, download this. I don't know how to do that. All right, so he put it on a cassette tape. Then Jamie, my man, yeah, all right,
My man.
comes back with Rick Ross.
Did they say it
Rick Ross
during
and
the
the whole
interview?
posse.
He's the director. I think they were just like, the whole
got
posse.
high on
Yeah.
the set that day. The whole MG.
The whole posse.
That is ridiculous.
And I don't think he's racist. I just think that, like, dude, like, get it
He's
fucking together.
He's definitely in a
You
feat.
know what?
Yeah,
I
he's
feel
definitely
like-
in a feat. Yeah.
I feel like anyone who's racist would not code switch, because code switching is like a sign.
Oh,
of
that's
like,
an
kind of
appreciation,
endearment.
yeah.
Yeah, it's an
Like,
appreciation,
Like
yeah.
I'm trying to meet you where you're at.
Yeah.
You know what I
Imitation
mean?
is the most sincere form of
Yeah,
flattery.
Yeah,
exactly.
it's just
That the weak can pay to the strong. Finish the quote.
Yeah, exactly.
Or the meek, I think, yeah. That's
mediocre,
okay.
I think.
Is it mediocre? Okay.
I think something
yeah.
like that. But he's just trying to be endearing or whatever, which I guess is good. But it's like you got to be good at it. There's some people. I feel like there's a natural thing, like where you naturally have it. In like there's like Haley Stanfield in this Sinners movie or whatever.
Yeah.
Like her acting as if she was mixed with black was so
Technically she
smooth.
is, though.
I mean, but she is. But that's what I'm
Aren't we
saying.
all?
It comes off. It doesn't sound like an act. It
doesn't sound
sounds
forced.
smooth.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah,
like it
exactly.
just comes off smooth, and that comes from somewhere inside of her, which she has black in it. Anytime like you see an actress like playing like a quote unquote black girl, it feels like they're trying to do something that is foreign to them, and it doesn't feel
Yeah.
natural. She felt supernatural in this thing. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, because Vampire Supernatural.
Yeah, I like to do double entendres. I'm glad you caught that.
No, I always saw the first bad versions I remember of code switching, because at the time you didn't realize what it was. It was always like those bad Disney shows where they like had the one episode where they're playing basketball.
Yeah.
Pass the ball.
Pass the ball.
So, brother. You're like, oh, this is what they sound like. 'Cause I don't have those kind of. And then you're like, watch it back and you're like, oh, this doesn't age at all.
Wait, from the
This
outside
is-
looking in, is that how black people sound? Or,
On that show.
no.
yes,
For you,
yeah.
when you have met black people, is that how they sound to you?
So
Righteous brother.
I was a theater kid who grew up in Japan. Then I came here and I started doing theater, but my best friend Clay, he introduced me into the culture initially, and then my first big job at like 19, I was working at the Park, which is
the restaurant, the club.
Yeah. And so I was the only person that
Which is
was
one of the blackest clubs in DC.
There was like 2 other people that weren't black in there. Other than that, it was 80 people, all of that, and I got took under the wing from, shout out my boy Vic and a few others. So they're like, we're going to teach you how to talk to women, because I was just like, hey, lady, how are you doing?
My lady.
Lovely dress there. Molass. Let me not compare thee to a fair summer's day. And they're like, that don't work here. That don't work here.
Doing, dog?
So like, I know when I know when it's coming out sometimes. I'm like, oh shit, if you don't know, like, that's my background, it sounds like I'm code switching, but Nick attest, most of my friends are like, I don't have a lot of white friends.
Oh, really?
I like mixed groups. I can't.
So do I. I came from California, and that's the one culture shock I had when I was around here. It's like, if you hang out with white people, you have to like stay with that. Like, you can't go back and forth and hang between like Asian group or a white group. In California, everybody just hangs with whoever. You know what I'm saying? When you come out here, it's like, you got your group and you got to stick with it. So if you're with the white jocks, so it's crazy because I played football and like the black kids didn't want to play football because I guess they felt the coaches were racist or whatever. So we had very few people on the team that were like that were black. But we had a lot. We had people who were like.
So you guys weren't winning a lot?
We could have won more. Okay. We were talented.
If you guys were playing,
I would say this: the kids were. I know, right? If we
got some brothers on the team. Definitely could have won more.
But we had crazy talented people who just didn't play. It was like what, and it was the coach thing. But we also, because some of those people were kids of like NFL players, because it was like right by where the Redskins are.
Oh,
so,
true. Okay.
So it's like a bunch of their kids, but they didn't want to play because.
Oh, okay. Yes, out there, Ashburn.
Ashburn,
area.
Yeah. So
it's a really affluent.
Yeah. But I don't know. It's just a weird culture shock when you came. But I would hang out with the athletes or whatever who happened to all be.
Well, see, I had that in military community. It's like 30, 30, 30. Where I was at, it was 30, 30, 30, black, white, Spanish, and then 10% Asian. And so, like, all of my groups growing up were always mixed. And then when I came here...
You said Asian, you meant Filipino, right? Because that's...
military? The military? Yes. Yes.
That's the majority of the Asian.
Yeah. We were in Asia, and it was still hardcore Filipino. And then I went my senior year. I was at Mount Vernon, which was a very eclectic area for the high school. And then when we would go play like Chantilly, I'm like, oh, this is like all one. Oh, because I was at the mixed high school. Yeah, the only time there was like a race riot one time. Our team played in Chantilly, and that was some of the first times I saw like people shouting the words you're not supposed to shout, and I was like, oh, this is real. Like, oh, shit.
This is real Remember the Titans type shit.
Yeah. It was ridiculous. It was kind of terrifying. I was like, oh, that area is all, and I was like, oh, that area is, South County.
Did you code switch to get out of it?
No, I was the only Asian guy on the team, but we were heavy with the Africans. They would,
so like the Africans, not like the niggas.
Yeah. The ones who came by plane, not by boat. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Strong. Yeah,
I think we got time for one more
Let's get
question.
One more question and then go to a
vote
here.
That was a great tangent, by the way.
Yeah, I think we got time for one more question.
Oh, yeah, code switching and Quentin Tarantino. He'll do that to you. So when you're out at comedy clubs now I know you're not really drinking like that. So you get your one item. What are you typically tipping?
So here's the interesting thing, because sometimes they'll give you like a free meal.
Yeah.
Right? And so whenever I get the free meal, I try to still tip the amount that I would tip, or sometimes like the cost of the meal or whatever. Like if it's like $10 wings or whatever, then I'll just like give them like $10 or whatever. But usually when I go out, I get in trouble for over tipping. I'll tell you a story. One time we went to New York. It was my family, and we were like, ooh, I don't know. This is our maybe one of our first few times of being to New York. So we're like, oh, we're in New York. We're in a big city. We got to make sure we do it big. Yeah. So we went out and we went to like a restaurant.
You came ready for us.
We went out to like a restaurant and we got this like nice meal or whatever at the restaurant. We're like, this is New York. We gotta make sure we
bless.
So we tipped like $500 on like on like a $150 check.
What?
Oh yeah, no, that's not fucking needed.
And
What are you
then
doing?
we didn't have money for the rest of the trip. We
Yeah,
couldn't,
blew it on your
Yeah.
first meal.
we couldn't tip anybody else for the rest of the trip.
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
You know what? It was like, why would you? It was one of those. Why would I do that? Like, do you ever
Yeah.
have moments where you look back at your life like, why did I do that?
yeah.
Why
and
did I-
specifically with tipping, it's
Oh,
been
yeah,
like that,
yeah.
but never that extreme.
It was
But it
always-
has been like, why the fuck did I give them 100 on 100? Like,
literally-
the
might have-
service
it might not have
wasn't
been-
that good.
Right. It might not have been 5. It was like 300. It was a crazy amount.
Either
though.
way, it's
Either
like,
still, yeah.
Even-
no.
yeah,
It's that for me. It's always the first night of vacation because
Yeah.
you're
Oh,
in
yeah,
vacation
yeah.
mode. So like
Yeah.
when Vegas or when we did New Orleans the last time, I was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
that first night. I did the math of how much we spent every night, and I was like that first night. And I did the math when I was in Vegas for Skankfest. I was like, it's that first night because
Yeah.
the first day of vacation, you're like, woo, yeah, and then the next
Yeah.
morning, you're like,
like, bring on the hookers.
You're looking at your bank account.
Yeah.
The second morning,
You're like, oh,
you're looking at your
no.
bank account.
Like, what am I gonna do
Because
now?
that's funny you said that about New Orleans. Like the first night is when I felt like we were spending money.
Oh, yeah.
And then when I got home, I was like, we really didn't spend that much money while we were out. But it was like
The next morning that you
because
checked, though, and-
we were like,
Wait,
yeah.
are you guys good travel partners?
it was
like-
our
like,
first
yeah.
time, and I think that
I
we
didn't.
were.
I didn't have any issue. It was just our schedules were competing. So I'm not the biggest morning person. He's a more morning. So he would wake up early in the morning, go do coffee, and then him and I would go do lunch and start heavy drinking.
Yeah.
The other guy we went with, he didn't get out of bed till like 4 p.m. And so there
Yeah.
was like a weird layover where he's like, oh, well, I'm going to go rest. And I was like, well, he just got out of bed. So I was taking it as my job to like just
You're
be
in
out
between,
from,
yeah.
I was drinking from, 11 to 4 a.m. And then I would like do solid 8 hours with Nick and then 3 hours with both of them. And then another 8 hour shift with DeConte. And I was like,
Nice.
it burnt me the fuck out. But
Yeah.
Dante, what a great name.
yeah. People have confused you and him that know you too.
Really?
Yeah. One
Never
time,
noticed
yeah. I think Devin did it one time. We were at Palm one time, and you walked in, and she was like, "Dakota, who's that?"
It was
I
probably
like,
about
"Oh,
to start playing
Does
with
he
your
wear-
hair or
does he
something.
wear a
He's got a
pick as
fro.
well?
Yeah, he's a fro.
pick.
He's a cool brother.
Oh,
Cool
really?
guy.
How tall is he?
Yeah. He's a 6'3", 6'4".
Is
Hate
he
him
that
already.
tall?
He's
Hate
got.
him.
I'm 5'11". He's definitely got like 4 or 5 inches on me.
I'm giving
But
him
also
6'2".
the
best.
fro
yeah.
definitely like adds.
Yeah, he's tall, but
Now I'm upset.
You've definitely met him before because I was there for it.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
so
right.
you-
Yeah,
I
he used to
might
be a part of the show.
Yeah, he's a part of our
okay.
show. Yeah, and my first time
show's
doing
cool.
Riff was his first time doing it as well.
Oh, nice.
So you've definitely met him before. I've seen the interaction before.
Right.
So
Okay. So I just have to.
you have to see him
I'll
again,
put it-
which you probably won't because he
Pull
doesn't come
up
out
his
anymore.
Instagram. I'll look right now and see.
Probably
if I
doesn't
know.
have one of those.
Okay.
No, he has
He's an
Instagram.
Instagram.
Yeah.
Oh, he does have an Instagram.
Yeah, you guys used to get tagged in the same pictures every single time because I would post them like
really?
Black Lip Galler,
Oh,
Nyan.
yeah.
Yeah,
I have him
Nyan,
on Facebook. I didn't know if he was active on
Yeah,
Instagram.
you can just go.
But that's
IG,
dope. It's dope when
yeah.
you find a good travel partner. You know what I mean? When you can go and have a vacation with someone who's like the same thing. Because sometimes people, I used to be a morning person. Now I like sleep a little bit more. But I used to like to wake up and do things. But sometimes people, well, that's crazy. Sometimes people will like, I guess, encroach on your vacation time. Like,
Oh, yeah.
Like if they wake up early, they want you to get up early.
Oh,
It's
go
like,
down one middle.
Cat is
Cat. Oh,
Go
look
up
at
one.
that
Go
guy.
up one. Go up right there in the middle of the group shot. Go to him on the right. Yeah.
With the white chick, of course. Wow. Oh no, it's the white. Wow.
He manicures his fro, but like
Oh yeah, he takes care of his.
he's perfectly circular
Unlike
there.
mine,
Yeah.
which is unkept, I guess. Mine, but is he getting grays in this? His isn't.
He's starting to. He doesn't post a lot of pictures, but
Okay.
Yeah, he
he's
just turned
definitely
30, so I think it's coming.
Guys, nice. Yo,
Shout out to Conte, man.
shout
I
out
miss
to
you,
Conte.
dog.
shout out to DeConte, man.
All right, well, let's
Keep
go to a
doing
vote
comedy.
here. Me, I have just based on that last New York story, 100% to me, you're a bar friend. I would
Oh,
love
really?
to. I'd love to work with you. I'd love to go out drinking with
Nice.
you. Not go out drinking, but vacation with you. If you're dropping a bill as a tip, that's a good guy. I'm gonna have a great time.
I
Yeah.
always tip, but that was one time where it was like egregious because I'm normally a gracious tipper, and then it was just like one time where it was like, oh, let's do it up, and the odd thing
And you
is-
thought those losers from New York needed it more than anything.
well, that's the thing. We were like this random bartender's going to think that we suck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Of course.
like,
yeah.
Yeah, but there's New Yorkers.
But
they
that
suck.
mentality, yeah.
Exactly.
They suck.
Why do we even care that they cared?
That
But
mentality, though, man. To
They
me,
are
I'm sure they probably walked. They were like, "What what?
They ain't saying nothing.
They're probably dead.
Well, you know what? We were also trying to over-tip for the culture. We're like, he thinks we're black. We're not going to tip. So we're like, let's over-tip him and show.
I try to beat the stereotype too.
Yeah. But he gave good service, so we felt like it was justified. You know what I'm saying? But then we had like another waiter at like oddly enough, it was that we went to see a comedy club, and didn't tip her like nearly as well, but she also wasn't as good as the other guys. So we felt somewhat justified, or maybe we were just telling ourselves that so we didn't feel guilty.
So you didn't feel guilty,
right? When you disputed the fucking $500 tip you gave the other guy, he has to return
I think the credit card company called us like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?
Like, y'all know y'all ain't got it like that."
Like usually they say it's a fraud alert. It was like, "What the fuck are y'all doing?" Alert.
I get the emails from Capital One where they're like, "Did you tip 30%?" I was like, "That's not even that
bad." Yeah.
What the fuck?
I get the same thing.
I think they're calling me broke. Is what I think it is.
They're
like you really don't need to do that.
You know, you should be a 10% tipper.
Exactly. All right, Nick, what do you got?
Yeah, so I'm gonna mirror it. It's that mentality of always being a gracious tipper and then over tipping, but then realizing later is like it's just knowing the situation at hand. It's like you really wanted to be a good guest. And then you were kind of too good of the guest. And now you're like, okay, back to fucking earth here.
Yeah, but shitty people don't have that in them.
No, shitty people don't. Exactly. Bad restaurant etiquette people don't have that in them.
That's why they tip the 30% and they're like, hey, man, you're welcome. Keep all that, man. Keep all that. You're like, this is okay.
Yeah.
That was the other thing. We didn't we didn't want to see the reaction either. So we just like gave it to him and then like scurried off.
Yeah.
So we probably thought we were like
see, that's also good.
We were
I'd be like, no, hey, watch it, hey.
He probably thought we were dying and dashing, and he gets to the table. It's like $500. Like, what just happened?
Hey, stop them! No, let them go. No, they don't need change. They don't need
actually
change.
call him back.
This $500 bill is real, right?
Yeah, right.
Yeah. So it's like I know 100%. That's just the way it goes. And you worked at Ruby Tuesdays, and then that's really just Applebee's with a bow tie on. So if you made it through there,
and a salad bar.
Yeah, that goddamn salad bar, which to me is so gross.
But, I know, but they pushed that salad bar.
Pre-COVID, baby.
So
pre-COVID.
And I did not understand it, but they love that salad. They were like, push the salad bar, push the salad bar.
The cost is so low for that.
It's so low, yeah.
It is. So everybody's like always adding the $5 add-on for the salad bar.
Yeah.
And usually people get like a small plate. It's like whatever.
Yeah, they don't eat much of it, and then Gloria goes out there and refills everything, and then that is what it is.
Well, shout out to certified, absolute unanimous bar friend, our friend here, Glenn Lawrence. Please follow him, Glenn Lawrence Comedy, which means he gets the certified bar friend shirt.
Oh,
here you are, friend.
This is
I'm going to present it to you.
Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, I'm about to wear it. You know I'm going to wear this joint, right?
Look at the jersey. Turn around.
Jersey? Oh, I like that. Wait, what? Is this my logo?
No, it's the Eagles. It's the Eagles. It's the Eagles. Yeah. I try to make him have a afro pick.
No, that's what I'm saying. It looks like the little. It says Eagles, but I like the fro in there. I'm like, wait, I need to use this as my logo.
There you go. Yeah, right. Well,
this is awesome.
Regulars at home, please give him a shout, give him a follow.
I got a special that that is supposed to be coming out sometime this summer.
Oh, nice. Fuck yeah. We'd love to have you on before then too. Like,
okay, cool.
Yeah, drop that.
Then we can promote that.
Yeah, you check out his shows. Let him know the Bargoyles sent you as always. Fucking.
And please don't stalk whoever that. Like, hey, we chill, man. You live your life. You cool.
DMV SM, you're not that cool. Bye.
See ya. Bye. Fuck off.
What's up? I'm Isaac. I got hit in the face by a stripper.
Fun, man.
And I'm Nick. I'm like a fat girl in 7th grade at 7 a.m.
Welcome to the Bargoyles,
where we break down restaurants, bars,
and the chaos of stand-up comedy.
From bad Yelp reviews
to heckler horror stories,
we've got the inside scoop
and the laughs.
I was gonna say I love you guys. You guys are amazing. Shout out.
Who needs therapy when you got the Bargoyles?